Welcome to another video on the Raptor. We're finally in the home stretch here. We are coating the truck. Yes, we are ceramic coating this giant monster truck. One of the biggest benefits of ceramic coating is the maintenance of it and washing it. So when you have a vehicle that has been ceramic coated properly, it seems to be much easier to maintain. So as you guys could probably tell, we are doing the classic Crystal Serum Light ceramic coating by Gtechniq, and then we are also going to be topping it with 2 layers of this EXO V4. It's a topper layer, I guess. It's a quote, more sacrificial layer, and the EXO is really, I believe, what gives it a lot of the hydrophobic properties that you'll see once this is on your vehicle. So we got the ceramic coating, and this stuff is extremely easy to apply. I've done it a bunch of times. It's not finicky. You just have to make sure you work in one area, buff it off, and that's why I have the 2 towels here, which you'll have to inevitably throw away. You have your first leveling towel, which will be the yellow one in this case, and then once you've done that, I do a final wipe just in case I missed anything, or just in case this towel starts to get loaded up. I have a follow-up towel that I like to use. So I'll have to use more towels than I have here to do the entire truck. I would imagine for the Crystal Serum Light, I'll probably be able to be okay with maybe 2 yellow and 2 green. So just replace them when I've done about half the truck. And then with this, I'll probably do about the same thing. So you're gonna be using a bunch of towels you're gonna have to throw away. So don't buy really fancy towels. Just the thinner ones are okay, as long as they're not gonna scratch up the paint. One of the things that I like to mention is that this comes with an applicator, this little thing right here, which is nice. I used this years ago, and it's much quicker, although you will use a ton more product, which is the last thing I want to do on a vehicle where I'm already going to be using a lot of product. So I'm actually going to be doing a little applicator square, and I put it on a Carpro block, and this is almost as quick as this, but you use significantly less product. And we also have a light, a detailing light, so as I'm going through, I'll probably just apply it, and then as I wipe, I sort of shine the light. So you guys will see that. All right, I should mention, you definitely want to be wearing gloves here. And this is actually how much I have remaining from when I did my E46. So, and I actually will tell you, I dumped a little bit out by accident. So if you do 1 car, it'll use maybe 1/3 of the bottle. Once I do the truck, that's probably gonna use like a lot, but we'll see where it ends up. So let's take this. You always wanna close it, because not only is it bad to have the air exposed, but you don't wanna dump it over like I did. So I like to start in even patterns. We'll go exactly to the middle of this wheel. And I'm not gonna do any fancy editing right now. I want you guys to see it in person, in real time. We're just gonna be very organized. And I'm going to add just slightly more. We'll do this light while we're back here. And it's a little warm in the garage today. It's actually pretty hot outside given the season is fall. So I believe it cures a little bit quicker. I think the warmer it is, usually these kind of things, it's a wipe on, wipe off. So this is more essential to wipe off kind of immediately. Okay. So we got this area, we're organized. I'll bring you in just for a moment here. You can see, kind of where it's ending. Hopefully you can kind of see that. And then it's already kind of like flashing right now. So I don't want to wait more than like a minute or so. Take our first towel. I'm going to do the quarter method. Right. right. My little trick is I wipe and then I leave it this way. So I know it's always facing up. I don't know why, but I just do that. So do a final little pass. You want to work, you know, quickly, but don't rush. And that's it. Leave that up. And then we can move on. All right, guys, we're done with the first layer, Crystal Serum Light. Although it does go on really easy and buff off really easy, it takes a while. I feel like it's pretty much, I spent an hour maybe just on this first coat because you really want to inspect it. You really want to make sure that you apply it properly and then buff it off fully. So, I mean, a big truck like this, it just adds up. So I remember earlier, I said, I wonder how much we're gonna have left after we do a big truck like this. So before, the level was between the words crystal and serum. And now I'm gonna try to hold it very steady. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the level is just below the gray. So that is definitely enough for another vehicle. It's enough for another Raptor. So this will definitely do 3 cars, a solid 3 cars if you do it the method that I used. When you use that big cushy thing, it uses like significantly more product, as I mentioned. So that's just something to consider. If you're in a time crunch, that's fine. You just want to throw the bottle out if you're done, no problem. But I definitely noticed that I waste a lot of product when I use that other little mitt. And this is EXO. This is the top quote-unquote sacrificial layer. It's a little silly in my mind, but they kind of sell it as a set. And for me, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do an extra layer or 2 and then not really have to worry about it, especially because my plan for this, once I have this coated, which we're going to be doing 2 coats of this, I don't really want to polish it for at least 2 years if I can do that. It's huge. And I have other things. As much as I do like detailing, I don't really desire to be polishing this once a year, this truck. The M3 of E46, you know, now that they're in acceptable shape, I don't really mind it because it's just more of a maintenance routine, where this thing was kind of like bringing it back to life, if you will. So anyways, this is what this looks like. I believe I used 2 coats on the E46. And that is what this looks like. So this will probably do 3 cars as well. I would say you might not need as much because you're doing 2 coats. And I really think the reason for 2 coats of this is just so you don't miss any areas. And that's about it. So you apply this about the same. I know Matt says you're supposed to wait like 4 hours plus or the next day till this is cured, but Gtechniq's site doesn't say you have to wait. I usually wait between 1 and 2 hours by the time I get to this. So once I'm done with the actual first layer, I just apply this, which is usually 1 to 2 hours after. You know, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm gonna relax for a few minutes, but by the time I put this on, it's been at least an hour, if not closer to 2 hours. And I think that's fine. It's worked on other cars, and that's my plan for the truck. So let's get going. A very similar process here. Use your 2 towels, use your light, and let's get going. 1 coat of Crystal Serum Light and 2 coats of EXO V4. Pretty much out of product now. All right guys, so that's gonna do it. Don't forget, all of the links are in the description, and a little more detail is in the description. The products, everything that you may have a general question about, hopefully I have covered. If not, shoot me an email as usual. And we're gonna have more Raptor content. So a bunch of you guys were asking, well, you've been doing other things. Where's the Raptor? Where's the content on the Raptor? Well, here's all the detailing content. Done with detailing for a while on the truck. Done with the big details on my cars for a while, for the season, I would say. The M3 is dialed. The E46 is pretty much dialed. I just have a few things here and there to do, mainly interior stuff. And then the truck has a few changes that I need to do. And I have to do an oil change, and I have to do spark plugs on this truck. 100,000 miles, and it has the original spark plugs. So I will do a video on that, as I really don't want to, because I think it's gonna be a little challenging, and then videoing when you're trying to do that is kind of annoying. But comment below if you want to see specific things on this thing. Lots more to come. So with that said, I will see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.